What's up, people? Oh my god, that has to be literally north of people who had their volume all the fucking way up. But hey, it's a chat tag doing our thing. Double Toast pre-show. How you guys doing? Sunday service is in 8 minutes. We all know personally it's not going to be actually minutes. It's going to be a good fucking 30 minutes, something like that. Who knows? But we will keep you guys posted as we do the Double Toast pre-show. Jeet, how you doing today? Oh God, she's not here. What the fuck happened? Roxy, how you doing? Okay, this must be a fucking prank. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's muted around me, but I promise you people are here. I'm not just talking to myself like a fucking crazy person. But we are here. I'm still looking at comments from yesterday. Someone's telling me to lick their Pokeballs. Good Chris Brown. Hey, that's not nice. I don't want to lick your balls or your suck your balls or whatever the case may be. I heard somebody else's voice. What's going on? Who was that? I heard something. Jet, is that you?
Hey, Franco.
Wait, Jet. Can you hear me? You just randomly say James Franco? What in the hell's going on? Anyways, I'm just going to talk to myself, people. So, I am here. Jet just randomly said James Franco. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Roxy's looking at something as well. I am all by myself. I feel very, very strange here. But Everett's cool. How you doing, man? He's saying hello. Hello to you too, good sir. You know, I love you for actually being here. There's lots of other people that haven't actually came in yet. Hopefully that shit actually changes in a bit. JJ Panda, what's up, man? Game Boy over here on the Facebooks, just chilling. Or actually, I think you're on Twitch right now, but it's all good. I respect either one, dude. The things we're going to be talking about today, believe it or not, it's going to be a shit ton. And I mean a shit ton of trailers. I mean, even trailers that haven't come out yet. One of the things we're going to be talking about is Crash Bandicoot 4. Apparently, the trailer's going to be dropping tomorrow. We're going to be talking about whether or not that's going to be a cool thing. I don't think that that's something that most people are crazy about right now. But we will be touching on that. I heard some noise, too, by the way. Jet, is that you?
Well, those kind of sucked.
Jet, can you hear me? Jet!
Real bad.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to do this really quick. Jet, can you hear me? Now, see, here's the thing, Bill. That's what happens when you guys have iPhones. There's a weird thing that happens where they can't hear you because they're watching a trailer or something. That's why you shouldn't get the most expensive devices that can't fucking, like, you can't even do things that other people can do. Yeah. See, Jet literally cannot hear me. Let me see. This whole time. I'm literally telling her, I've been talking to you this whole time. She can't hear me. It's fucking crazy. It's absolutely nuts. But we're here, though. Game Boy is saying New Game Expo event is on Tuesday, and there would be new game reveals and news in that digital event. Yeah, man. I gotta say, those expos, I don't really understand what's going on with that. I feel like, I mean, like, how much information can you actually come out with? I mean, even the PS5 reveal didn't have a whole lot to showcase. That was fucking crazy. But he's saying, yeah, seriously, do approach Last of Us 2 with caution, especially for streamers. Yeah, I'm noticing that too. Lots of people are spoiling that on accident. Even last night.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, I was talking to you the whole fucking time. That's why Apple devices suck. Unless you're using your Windows computer.
Yeah, I was on my computer, Mr. Asshole. But anyway. Yeah, it was weird because I was watching the trailers. All of a sudden, like, it got super quiet. I was like, okay, maybe this is giving me time to watch these fucking trailers of these two boring-ass movies. But anyway, hey, everybody.
No, it's funny because, like, I was talking to you, and then you said, James Franco. I was like, are you okay? You just thinking about James Franco? What the fuck's going on there?
No, I was watching the second trailer. I was like, dang, Franco.
Yeah,
I was mumbling to myself just all during this fucking trailer, just like.
Yeah, I was actually extremely confused, but it was. Oh, thank you for hosting Double Toasted. Oh my God, look at him just dancing. Look at that shit. Solid saying again, no Nick playing Last of Us 2. So here's the thing, man. I am going to be playing. I've been playing it off stream, but I might be streaming it later on this week. It's an emotional game, and the thing is like some people, if I play it and I'm making jokes, for one, I ain't that fucking funny. You know what I mean? But like if I'm making jokes while someone's getting beaten to death or some horrible things happening, it's like. It's a really weird type of content, man. Like Jed, do you think I'd be able to do a Last of Us 2 thing and still make it interesting with the fucking game being so intense?
By yourself, no.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was a big old fart. Roxy, how you doing?
Yeah, I just ripped ass. I am fine.
You're fine.
Just laughing because, well, just pretty much right. You can get
Okay.
a little bit of help in the jokes apart. Like, you're funny, like, you're cool, but, it's always nice to have other people there.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, that's my big thing. That's why, like, at the beginning of this, I was like, "Fuck!" I'm like just talking to myself and shit. No one wants to hear my voice by myself. I'm very, very aware that people come for Ganja, you, and Jet. So, yeah, and fuck those people, by the way. God damn it.
I thought it was the opposite.
No, no, it's definitely not the opposite. Now, if you're talking to somebody else with a huge ego, then probably it would be opposite if you ask them. But nope, not the case. Solid is saying he loves the game. His favorite thing is watching people get outraged by the burning or beating vicious video game dog to death. Yeah, I don't like that stuff too, man. It's kind of rough. Like, they do such a great, great job at just everyone reacting to pain and just dying, especially the animals, and it's rough to hear, man. It fucks with my head a little bit. But
So, like, considering, like, The Last of Us 2, do you think, like, there's been a whole bunch of people basically just straight up hating the game. Do you understand their concerns, or basically you think they're blowing it out of proportion?
I think they're blowing out of proportion because of the fact that the game. I mean, here's another thing too. I don't understand this. But there's people that are going as far as to being like, I'm taking a stance with this one, guys. There's so many things happening in the world, but this lesbian couple, I'm not gonna support that. You're not gonna get me there, fucking LGBTQP do BBB plus.
Did they forget the Last of Us like DLC?
Yeah, exactly right. And like that's the thing is like whether that was there or not, dude, it's not like they're fucking the whole goddamn game. Like I remember I made a complaint yesterday about like why you even have sex in video games, which I still feel that way. But it's like if you don't have a problem with what happens in Mass Effect, or if you don't have a problem with like San Andreas and some of the other shit going on, why do you have a problem with this? You're just mad because gay people are gay? You fucking idiots. Like I don't understand that. And like the fact that they feel so proud to announce it. I'm gonna put my foot down on this. Fuck this. It's like, wow, dude. What do you think your audience is to just fucking be applauding your shitty little I don't even know what the fuck you call it because it ain't sexist or racist, but it's prejudice. You know what I mean? It's kind of rough. But what are your feelings on that, Jet? Like, what are your feelings on people taking a stance on this romantic fucking storyline going on here?
Homophobic shit.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to hate it because, like, literally, you'll see any other games with some basically like some romantic aspect and the couple's straight and they'll have no problem with that. But like, come to this one, basically, it's just like.
And that's the thing, like, you're not watching something that's romantic, too. Like, there's so much going on here. Like, this is very, very intense and very, very bloody and very, very graphic. So I'm kind of like, it's not like they turned, like, a serious storyline or a franchise into something romantic or lovey-dovey or whatever. It's not like that at all, man. It's definitely not. And it's just kind of like, are you guys just squeezing some kind of fruit out of maybe everyone just hating this for whatever fucking reason it is and saying, we're going to just put our fucking morals on that? It just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I do like the game though. I'm 4 hours in, and a really big set piece happened, and I already knew the spoilers ahead of time, but it really got me, my heartstrings. So yeah, effective. My whole thing though is that if you guys are struggling with money, do not buy this game, mainly because of the fact that it's fun to watch, and it's more fun to watch than it actually is playing the game. I don't think the gameplay is really all that great, and people are gonna get mad for me saying that, but I do think that there's lots of very obvious visible walls going on. That's kind of strange. I think it's way too linear with the guise of trying to pretend that they're fucking like a sandbox. And I could be wrong. Maybe there's more of the world that opens up as you continue progressing throughout the game. But so far, I feel like I can't see myself experiencing something that I can't experience through a YouTube video. I could easily watch somebody play this. I would like if Solidus would stream it and I can watch him play. You know what I mean? But he's saying, like, Nick, you mean just like the first game? The gameplay is great. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I'm one of the only people that don't like the gameplay in the first game. I think the stealth stuff was very clunky. He's saying, don't listen to Nick. I just said we should watch you play. What the hell? But, it is what it is, man. But do you feel that way with certain games, Jed? Do you feel like some people will talk about something being so good because of its story and atmosphere versus the gameplay? Or do you think I'm kind of full of shit a little bit?
Yeah, I think you're right, basically.
Mm-hmm. Albert James says
like someone said basically let's see, I'm really interested to see how many of these people complaining actually played the game, because you'll see that a lot. You'll see a lot of people basically complain about certain aspects of games and they will not even play it at all.
Mm-hmm.
They just hear about it through like the grapevine.
Yeah, and thank you for that comment, by the way, Burgess Blues. I really do agree with that sentiment. Aubrey James says I wasted $65 for this piece of shit. Yeah, man. or girl, sorry. But like I feel like that's the case for me too. I didn't think I wasted, by the way, because I buy a lot of shitty games. I really do, because I don't like to pirate them because sometimes you don't experience the full idea of it. But yeah, dude, I think that it's not really a waste, but it's definitely something where I'm just like, after I play the story, I'm gonna cry. You know, I'm gonna love it, and then I'm never gonna touch it again. Kind of like God of War. It's one of those things, man. I feel like people should really focus on making the actual thing you do with your hands the cool part, because it is a video game at the end of the day. And if you increase the greatness and quality of something like that just because of story or the graphics, you kind of lose a little bit of what makes games great in the first place. Like I said this outside the show, but one of my favorite games ever is Pac-Man, and Pac-Man has a terrible story. Once upon a time, some ghosts tried to eat me, and I ate them fucking ghosts. You know, like.
Well, he was hungry.
But isn't that an amazing game? It's like, I don't know, man. Pac-Man's the shit. Mario's the shit. How many times are you going to keep losing that fucking Princess Mario? But Mario is amazing, and every time a Mario game comes out, it's worth the $60. Animal Crossing. Once upon a time, an island happened. You know, I don't know how the island got there, but fucking A, you know. Harry Ballsec. Oh, thank you for following me on Twitch. Lots of people in Reddit, by the way, Harry, are talking about your the music you've made for DT. You're doing a wonderful job, dude. It's fucking hilarious. But yeah, Gene St. Pac-Man needs to eat that Mario Princess. I can kind of agree with that. I want anyone to fucking get rid of that bitch. Sick of her. Sick of her. But here's the biggest thing, though, man. Apparently Last of Us 2 is breaking some UK records, which is pretty cool. Are you surprised by this, Jet? Because with all the bad reviews, you would think that they wouldn't be making a lot of sales.
I mean, this basically the most popular game when it came out back then?
Well,
Like,
yeah,
this came out on like PlayStation 3, didn't it?
Yeah, well, like the first Last of Us, yeah, but like this.
Yeah, like it was super popular back then, so like I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, man. So apparently it says, let me see, I want to get some actual news here. Yeah, another record has apparently been set. The Last of Us 2 is the fastest selling game overall in the UK this year. The spot was previously held by Animal Crossing New Horizons, which Last of Us 2 finally topped over by 40%. Yeah, I feel like, though, Animal Crossing continued selling after its first week. So granted, it did beat its sales in the beginning, but I think that Animal Crossing... Oh, go ahead.
I would say I think basically like Animal Crossing probably would have sold more if the Switches didn't sell out.
And Doom Eternal.
Yeah, I don't think Doom Eternal was really in that much. It was really too much competition for Animal Crossing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like even like because the audience, like if someone just wants to buy a new game, especially in the beginning of the Corona situation happening, I feel like maybe 25% of those non-sales that probably would make the difference between this being 40% higher than Animal Crossing New Horizons. I think if Doom Eternal just didn't come out around, then it would have been better. Honestly, you know what I feel too? I think that Doom Eternal should have just came out later. Like, why are you going to compete with Animal Crossing? Animal Crossing's a fucking monster. Like, it's going to beat everybody's ass. So I thought that was just stupid. That's just a whole... Games shouldn't come out on the same day. Look at Monster Hunter World and Dragon Ball Fighter Z. That was a bad idea for coming out at the same time, don't you think, Jet, or not?
I mean, it still didn't matter. I mean, if you like the game enough, you're still gonna buy it. Like most people actually bought both, but Monster Hunter World still did really good.
Yeah, man. Game Boy saying everyone reads the leaks, but I am not expecting Last of Us 2 sales to go down. It can be a bestseller. It probably will be. You know what would actually help it a lot more, by the way, is if it had multiplayer. Just saying. Bat42 says, do maternal. I don't know what... Oh, shut up. I just realized what you fucking did. Salvadoro, hey there, man. I'm glad you're over here with us again. Double Toast will be starting probably in about 5 to 10 minutes. I know he's prepping for his review for the Kevin Bacon movie, You Should Get the Fuck Out of My House. What's it called? I can't fucking remember. Oh, You Should Have Left. That's what it's called. Brought to you by the same people who did Stir of Echoes. Kevin Bacon actually did a movie with that director way back in the day, and I'm hoping that this new movie is actually just as good as the shit from back then, because that was actually a pretty good movie and scared the fuck out of me. But speaking of some horror movies, I want to bring up some other things really quick. Roxy, are you there? I don't think she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here. Just you caught me in the middle blowing my nose.
Always farting, blowing your nose, taking a shit. What the fuck? What's going on? But it's all good. I understand. You know, I always blow my nose too. But there's this movie coming out, apparently. It's a trailer that I just saw. It's called Parallax. And here's the thing. I'm just looking at this picture itself, and it's already frustrating me. is this not basically the same exact kind of like framing and scene of A Nightmare on Elm Street where Nancy's laying down and Freddy's glove is by her snatch, and he's like, I'm gonna burn you down the water, the whole fucking thing. This movie is actually about dreams. It's about the fact that these people go into these dreams and they're trying to basically capture like what actually happens when you're dreaming. And what is this crazy fucking world like?
Is she trying to capture her dream? Or is she trying to kill herself? Cause that's a lot of fucking wires.
No shit, right? You just laying in there, just fucking electrocuting themselves. But the reason why I'm bringing this movie up is not because of it being a trendy thing or whatever the case. It's just like I'm surprised that we don't see more movies about dreams and whatnot. But there has to be kind of a reasoning why. And I think probably one of those reasons is because dreams are just hard to fucking pull off, especially if you're a low budget movie like this. But Jeff, what are you thinking about this? Are you interested in something about dreams? I mean, what was your thoughts?
Here's the thing, like movies, like anything having to do with dreams can actually be really, really interesting because dreams themselves most of the time don't make any sense, like at all. You can literally do anything you want in a dream. But watching this is boring. Like it was so hard for me to pay attention to this trailer, like at all. It's just like, dang, you ain't doing nothing but just standing and walking. Like I know there's a lot of people who dream like that. They basically just don't really do shit. But it's just like, come on, you're making a movie. You can at least like try a little bit harder.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I think the whole thing is that they're trying to add authenticity to it because the storyline basically is a young artist wakes up in a life that she doesn't recognize.
And she's an artist too?
Yeah.
Come on.
But she's haunted by nightmares, drowning in a black abysmal void. This is something that the movie is saying, by the way. I'm reading what they put in here. This is a synopsis. But as she begins to uncover the truths of the life that she's found herself in, the gravity of her feeling reality weighs heavily on her psychological identity, and the reliability of her sanity is called into question. And it's getting to a point now as I'm looking at this. Don't you sleep on me. This is going to be amazing. Don't have dreams. But they're actually going about this, and as you guys saw in the trailer, it's like glitching out a little bit. They're supposed to go into this like it's a fucking computer thing too, like virtual reality. And it's like, okay, cool, but like I think they're trying to make a statement, or they're trying to do something that's, I don't know if it's like a morally directed, whatever the case, but it's like, I want to watch a movie. I know you're trying to say something. I know there's some point to this, whatever. Like, why don't you look into yourself, man? Like some Black Mirror shit. But like, dude, this is boring as fuck. Like, it's like a mental or emotional matrix going on here. But I mean, honestly, at the same time, even though that this is doing something like that, and it's kind of smart. I feel like the movie still looks cheap, and if you're gonna do something based on dreams, you need to have a budget that showcases the best of what watching a dream is. Like, do you feel at all, Jet, that something like this can be interesting even if there's not a lot of shit going on?
If it has to do with dreams, there has to be at least something going on. Like, look at movies like the Nightmare on Elm Street, or basically Paprika. Like that movie, like even though that movie was animated, like they're just like, okay, we're gonna have fun with this.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And you brought this up before, but oh, thank you for those bits. He says dreams are overrated.
Thank you.
I kind of agree with that too, though. That dreams are a little bit overrated, but it's just like it could be cool. You talked about Paprika. I forgot. Did I watch this? I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. It's the one basically with where people basically enter dreams and stuff like that.
Okay.
Well, obviously, in like someone's field. Oh, go ahead, directly.
I was just gonna ask, is this the one where the dude or I remember someone putting their hand in someone's crotch and then just going up into their neck? Is that the one? Oh, that was it.
Yeah, that's fucked. Yeah, I don't know why I do not remember this. Maybe I was sleeping or whatever the fuck. But I mean, Roxy, now that you're here, I'm gonna ask you, like, what?
Well, I've been here.
Yeah, I don't know. When I see the mute button, I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, like as far as this stuff goes, though, like, what do you feel about movies trying to go into dreams, or whatever? Like, do you feel like that's something they shouldn't do because it's hard to authenticate, like, the feeling of a dream? What are your thoughts on that kind of stuff?
Well, everyone has dreams differently, but when it came to this particular trailer, just like how Jet felt, I felt pretty much just down. Like, okay, well, where's the pizzazz? I get that you're trying to go for the Matrix thing and maybe like, oh, virtual reality's affected us so much that we can't dream no more, man. Everything's a simulation, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm getting that preachy vibe from it, and there's a lot more artistic ways you could have gone about it. And if you wanted to show like someone that's questioning their sanity, you could have had like random flashes of like, if you really want to go deep with this, like maybe she had someone die in her life that she witnessed like their tragic death like in person, and to have that person like say they got ran over by a car or something, and then to see that body that got ran over by a car, like standing over and looking at them in the corner of their room, like, little Sally, you forgot to pay your rent this month, would be
Woo!
would like fuck with them more. And that's what I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see the emotion. I'm trying to see like just the fact that like she really is being driven up a wall because she knows that this person is dead, but the fact that she could see them, smell them, touch them, hear them, whatever,
Really quick, I answer this because Corey,
like that
but
kind
I'll
of
be
stuff.
right back. I'll be right back because Corey's calling me. But yeah, continue on. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it just looks super boring to me. I was expecting more pizzazz. Like, I know that it's a smaller budget and they can't exactly go all out, but I would have liked to have seen some creative aspects. This more so came off as like someone who took a film studies class at community college and now all of a sudden thinks that they're deep just because they read up on a couple theories and now they want to create their own artwork.
Yeah. Just make it super boring. Just put the whole buzz filter on there. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
Yeah, those things were kind of annoying too. I don't like the fuck. Like I know what they're trying to do, but it's like, dude, if anyone knows editing, it's pretty easy to pull these little glitch things off. It's like, okay, you just fuck with that shit. It almost thinks like especially at blue screen, like, dude, that's the last thing I want to fucking see. If I see this on my computer, I get mad instantly, and then you can make that part of the trailer, and it's like, oh, isn't this so crazy? No, you took a screenshot of when your fucking computer blue screened.
That shit pissed me off, honestly, when I saw that in the trailer.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? On dreams, because we'll never talk about dreams again. What is some of the scariest moments or most effective moments that you felt in any kind of dream sequence on either Nightmare on Elm Street or anything else?
I know when it fucks with the victims personally when they tend to make it more personal and tailored to the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a couple times you can recall back in the Nightmare on Elm Street series where, like I mentioned, someone that's dead, someone that you saw die, you see them awake. It's like, oh my god, we're like hugging and I miss you, but wait a minute, you're dead. And then Freddy like licks their ear or whatever.
Yeah,
You want
yeah.
shit that's more personal and tailored that tugs at your heartstrings that makes you drop your guard and gets you at your most vulnerable point. And once you're at that vulnerable point, it's easier for you to strike. That's like the kind of shit that I want.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that really affected me is, like, I mean, like you said, like using something that's to the character's personality and fucking him up a little bit. I know this movie's not great, but man, this character Debbie was not really important, but they did so many amazing things. Like the fact that she works out, they use that. Hey, Quanted, thank you for following us on Twitch. But go to
Thanks for
Freddy
calling.
Krueger. He basically, yeah, that's so rough.
That's,
Oh, look at
that's
that.
my number one fear every single like that's okay, honestly, that's one of the reasons why to this day I still haven't done a bench press. Not only is it hard for me to do it, but that's my one fear that like some shit like that'll happen to me.
Yeah, dude. And then the fact that, they implemented that workout character or personality trait and then also added the fact that she's afraid of insects and cockroaches in particular. It's like, fuck, man. This scene has everything and this movie fucking sucks. This movie's terrible. But this scene is so good and it's like, that's how you do it, man. Because it felt like a dream. It's like, halfway through this, I'm kind of like, I don't really think that any of this is really too fantastical. And then the fucking thing just loses its mind halfway through the fucking scene. Like, Jed, you can even admit that when this came up in the movie, you lost your shit.
The bench pressing?
Yeah, yeah, when her arms broke and then she turned into a fucking cockroach and went into the roach motel and all that shit.
Oh yeah, that was actually one of the better kills from an actually pretty bad movie.
Yeah, I mean, and I remember too with Jet, because I mean, sometimes she doesn't remember some of these things. We watched them so a while back, and I understand that movies kind of blend in together, but like that same scene was actually edited back and forth in between the main characters rewinding time and doing the same scene all over again. Do you remember that? Like, just like, hey, like, let's go, we gotta go save her, and they drive off in the truck, and then like they do the same scene again and again because it's like a repeat. They can't tell that they're repeating. That shit was fucking insane. But Jet was just screaming like, okay, enough with the same fucking thing. Like watching horror movies with Jet and then like something bad happens in a movie like that or it's just annoying, like it's just hilarious to see your reaction just getting fucking mad at this. But anyways, yeah, dude, like this is a great scene for me. Freddy Krueger just doing this and it's still even funny in some ways too. It's impressive, and they had the budget to do something like this. And I don't think that a movie like Parallax has anywhere close to a budget to do something cool like that. But Jed, when was the last time you've seen a dream scene that really affected you?
Actually, in Paprika, there's actually a scene in there where basically, when the main character is like, she's basically like she's in a dream, but she's jumping over like a railing at a playground. But the thing is, the second she jumps over it, because she doesn't know like she's in a dream, the
Mm-hmm.
railing basically turns into like the side of a building, so it looks like she's about to fall off,
Oh,
like
really?
like fall off a skyscraper and shit. And it was just like, whoa.
Yeah, 'cause I'm trying to find it over here, but like, oh, here we go. Yeah, this fucking thing.
Yeah, it's about to happen like right here.
Yeah, this is actually some pretty good animation, honestly. I actually don't mind this at all.
Yeah, it's
She's
a
like,
beautiful thing.
where the fuck is my kid? What the hell? What the shit? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it
Oh,
gets
here it
brutal,
is.
and I'm gonna get my ass in trouble from
It's
YouTube.
not. It's not brutal, but it was actually about to happen like right there.
Oh, you know what? I just saw it. Okay, yeah. Damn, they show the whole fucking scene, and it's like the last 10 seconds. Well, yeah, she's jumping over the railing, and then fucking. Yeah, dude. Oh, there's something about that freaks me the fuck out. Like, especially when you're like in nice hotels and you look over the railing, you just see the whole city, and you just feel the wind pushing. It's like, oh, fuck that shit.
And then you rip ass in the middle of the screen door and you forget to close it, even though you said you were going to close it. I'll be right back, guys.
I gotta get my bond. By bond, I mean I gotta rip my ass. JJB saying, "Hey Nancy, no running in the hallway." Like, I love that scene, man. Game Boy SP, thank you for the bits, but he says my dreams end in shit most of the time. I got a meaningless end, bizarre end, or crappy end. Dead ass be my curse. I actually thought you meant like real shit at first, Game Boy. I was kind of like worried. It's like, oh fuck. For some reason, I keep dreaming that I always fall in the pile of shit. Ultimate Darkslayer, thank you for the bits as well. He's saying that he agrees with Jet that he gets more irritated than horrified when it comes to some of these slasher movies and whatnot. Which I can see that. It's just, yeah. I mean, I still love this stuff. It's kind of stupid, but it is what it is.
Like they can have some good kills, but like then there's ones that are like really stupid that like get on your nerves. Like I think in that same movie, like they had like the girl who had problems breathing in there, the asthma girl. He just sucks the air out of her face.
Oh yeah, like that shit was stupid. I mean, it was effective, I guess, in some ways, but The next thing we're going to talk about, speaking of horror movies and how shit can be kind of stupid, they're bringing back an old, silly type of thing that I'm surprised that they're even doing right now. But this movie's called The Rental, and apparently it's a movie about this couple and I guess their friend. Because I just saw another person go in there, but yeah, it's about them just going to a house. It's fucking it's a rental. And they're just trying to have a vacation, and for some reason, some crazy fuck goes there and slashes them. It's a body count movie. I thought that these movies were done coming out, unless you have like a main bad guy character who's like a huge like celebrity. You know what I mean? Like I just thought they kind of stopped making these low rent ones. But here's the thing, man. I don't know about this movie. Like it looks cheap, but at the same time, they had a one night only screening, which is kind of strange. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. You guys are doing that. You guys must feel like this is a good movie. But then it comes to mind, this happened twice before that, I remember. And it happened with Terminator Dark Fate, and it happened with Jeepers Creepers 3. So I had to ask.
Where they only showed it in theaters once.
Well, once, and then they waited like another month, and they had a full release. So like they let people kind of see it early. You know what I mean? It was like open to a very, very small public. So with this happening, I'm curious, like, Jed, do you think that that's a good idea? Do you think that kind of hurts the movie, or do you think that helps it?
It's hard to say because I mean, if the movie is actually good and they do this, then I mean, there's going to be a whole bunch of people like rushing out to actually buy tickets. But if it's not, I mean, what's the point?
That's what I'm thinking too. Roxy, what you feel about this? Do you think that those things kind of hurt those movies, especially considering the history of bad movies, like or people perceive as bad movies, like Dark Fate? You know what I mean? Like usually this kind of hurts these movies, but what do you feel?
I mean, it helps bring in numbers, it helps bring in interest, but in terms of like how it's actually going to pan out, it depends on the quality of the movie. So it's a gamble because a lot of people love to talk, and well, I'm looking at this and nothing really stands out about this too much. Honestly, like if you want to be real with it, this could have happened to us a little bit, minus the slasher part, with that one place that we got in Florida.
Yeah.
with how shitty everything was. Like walls were busted up, scratched up, like there were shit stains and cum stains all over the couch. This could have been us, except like hopefully not dead.
Yeah.
Turns out a werewolf was actually living there, and then that basically explains the fucking slashes on the fucking walls.
No shit though, man. It was like that whole place was just kind of weird. Just kept finding things out. He kept going from room to room, like, oh god, that. Oh god, that. What the fuck? Oh no. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. But the one thing that really got me in this trailer that I was like, holy shit, is that we got to get a glimpse of our villain here, and boy oh boy, this motherfucker creeps me out like big time. Dig 680, thank you for following on the Twitch. I appreciate it, good man.
Yeah, thanks for the follow.
But Roxy, rate this. How does this dude look? Like, do you think he looks actually creepy? Do you think this is a pretty good design or mask or whatever? What do you feel?
Why is Uncle Fester out in the woods?
I got kicked out. This is my house. This is my Airbnb.
Like, okay, he's creepy looking, but do you think he has like a scar? Or do you think that's just his cheekbones?
I think it's just his cheekbones. Like, or I think it's honestly, I think it's a mask because his face looks pale as fuck. It's like he's wearing a dead person's fucking face on his face. You know what I mean? Jay, how about you? What are you feeling about this dude's look?
Yeah, like Rocky said, Uncle Fester, a little bit of Slender Man,
A little bit of dead Bill Burr.
maybe a little bit of a Moonlight Man, all bald headed.
Yeah, something about a bald head's just really fucking scary in these movies. The thing is, as far as I know,
bald
that this...
bald heads are basically the ultimate scare.
Yeah, it's like the new jump scare. It's like bald head. My thing is though is like this dude, as far as I know, he's not a supernatural villain. He's just a creep fuck. You know, probably jerking off in the woods, watching people shower. I don't know. But with that being said, where are some other super or non-supernatural villains that scared the fuck out of you? I have a few of my own, but I'm gonna start off with you, Roxy. What's a horror villain that was a supernatural that had a total effect on you?
Leatherface.
Ooh, you know he's not fucking supernatural. I forgot about that.
Anything to do with like mountainous range, like white people and inbreeding, scares the fuck out of me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like the fact that this Yee family could just come out with a chainsaw and just just try to. They don't even have to say anything. They could just go to me in my fucking face, and I'd shit myself right there.
Yeah, and then like his whole family's scared too. Like I mean, in the 2004 remake, 2003 remake, his dad is a cop, and he's like an angry, evil fucking cop, and it's like, oh shit, like that's really fucking horrifying. How about you, Jet? What's some moments of non-supernatural shit that scared the fuck out of you in movies?
I really can't think of one.
Really, I'm surprised.
I really wish I could think. Like, honestly, like, out of all of them that I can even remember, like, yeah, Leatherface is basically probably the easiest one to say.
Yeah. Cedric is like angry, evil fucking cop. So a regular cop, basically. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, well, you
Next.
know what?
What?
Yeah, like, I don't think they had supernatural powers, but I mean, it was like a really creepy scene. It didn't scare me. It was just like, I don't want to see that again. Like the person from the end of a sleepaway camp.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that ending, man. Cause their face, that face was like, cause like okay, there's a better picture right there, just fucking like like yeah, that was fucking creepy. But this wasn't supernatural.
No, I don't believe so.
Damn. Well, that's even creepier, I guess. Like Jesus Christ. Good thing they're not showing the junk or lack of junk. But Felissa Rose, yeah. I will say I would have been mad if we finally find this shit out like at the very very end of the movie, because it's just kind of like wow, like oh my god, it's just a girl like or dude.
And the noise they made too, like.
Yeah, Mauricio's ending fucked me up. I don't think that this is supernatural either, but the remake to Hills Have Eyes. This shit, because basically what this is these people were actually the children of people that were affected by a radiation filled bomb. Like it was, they practice nukes, or what do you call that? Like you just shoot the shit, see what it does. But these people were affected and they become fucking rapists. They become just crazy motherfuckers. And I just kind of felt like, damn, dude, like these guys are not like real super villains, are just fucked in the head, but they're doing these awful things. And, you know, being out there in the desert in Arizona, you don't have weapons or anything, like, yeah, like, you can't fight off these fucking monsters. And it is really, really, really disturbing. This is a movie, and I always bring this up because Ganja's a person who doesn't really get affected by things, but he walked out of the theater, apparently. Ganja always told me that story. Like, dude, this movie's so bad, I literally walked out the fucking theater. I was so pissed off. So yeah, if that says anything, guys, if you guys haven't seen this movie, like, just know this is the one that defeated Ganja. But
There's a wholesome side to it, if you remember, too.
there's a what?
There's a wholesome side to it. They hang out with a boy in a bubble.
Oh, Jesus. But no, like, I know you have seen this movie, Roxy. Like, what you feel about it?
Honestly, ever since I watched Bubble Boy, I can't unsee the fact, or I keep waiting for the fact that Bubble Boy is just gonna pop up in the corner. So that's like fucked up the movie for me completely. But in terms of the whole process, yeah, anything to do with like gross out shit, I cringe at. I handle a little bit better than Garrett. Like the moment he sees anyone like hock a loogie, like he's done.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely that's what scares me, because the fact that you could just go out anywhere and like, you know, next thing you know, mutated Bubble Boy will just pop out, just be like, "Ah, I'm gonna eat you, man," and then you're like, "No,
Yeah, man.
don't eat me."
And it's so bloody, and it's pretty anti-American too. Like, this movie's just
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah, America fucking sucks. So it's an honest movie. God, there's just so much wrong with this fucking thing. Like, that movie is rough as fuck. I mean, like, I don't even like talking about it. That's like literally like my throat is heavy talking about this fucked up movie. But yeah, that's my answer for that. Except for one more, I guess I'll bring it up before we get out of here. But The Strangers. This was one of the most effective trailers I ever saw, with the record player like kind of breaking, and it keeps like repeating this creepy part of the song. And then like at the end of the trailer, because I won't talk about the movie or whatever a whole lot, but like the trailer, they ask him like, "Why are you doing this to us?" And they're like, "'Cause you're home." And it's just like, damn, like, that's so scary. The fact that anybody can put on a fucking mask like that and just go in your house and fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like, this is scarier than The Purge. Like, just one day you're just chilling, watching TV, and these dudes can just come in and fuck you up, man. Yeah, lock your doors. You know? But with that said, I don't think we have a whole lot of time talking about Last of Us 2 and Crash Bandicoot 4, because I need to do something for Corey Coleman for Double Toasted. And they're actually on right now, so go watch them, do your thing. But, Roxy, why don't you tell people where to find you and your boyfriend, Mr. Ganja Guru, and all that good jazz?
Well, you can find Ganja, since that's what he wants to go by. You can find him on the Metropolis Network, along with Matt, Birdman, and Cedric. You can find them talk about anything and everything from video games to sports. And there's also an episode that all of us just filmed that Cedric and I are guest starring in. Matt had to sit that one out because I guess he caught malaria, like, traveling through the jungles of South America or South Africa.
Fuck.
He was on the hunt for some cigars, something like that. So basically, it's just the four of us on there talking about politics, talking about fun stuff. It's a bit more relaxed, but it's a nice little starter piece to get in there. And you can find Garrett at the Red Ganja Guru on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. So with that said, people, thank you for chilling with us. As long as you guys have, I will see you guys tomorrow. And at some point during this week, I'm going to be playing some video games. Most likely going to be Last of Us 2. But we will see about that shit. Anyways, I love y'all very, very much. Thank you for chilling. We will see you at some other time. I don't know what the fuck that was. What I do? Wayne's World shit.
He still wants us to watch the apple.
Not the apple, but the asshole. At some point, you guys need to watch the asshole.
With his little ass shoe.